What is going on, everybody? Good morning from Istanbul. Yeah, we're on the ground here in Istanbul. It's a beautiful morning flight here. It's early morning over there, and we're going to begin the journey to the southeast down to Isfahan, I believe. Isfahan, it's the other international airport in Iran, or one of the other ones, and it's just south of Tehran. It's going to be a little bit of a longer flight for us today. We're going to have 2 hours and 50 minutes of airtime and 3:20 on the block time. So a little bit of a longer flight for us today, but that should be no problem. We got the APU started up here. Plane's all loaded, ready to rock and roll. Just going to talk about a few things before we get going. Oh shoot, yeah, I should probably... Alright, let's take a look at our interface here. So actually some disappointing news. We got rejected by every single job that we applied for. Okay, so other than I mean, look at UPS and FedEx again, we expected that, but Spirit and Frontier, I'm kind of surprised by, and even Aer Lingus a little bit. I mean, Aer Lingus, let's see, they've got, I think they're only like a 3-star airline. No, they're a 4-star airline, never mind. So I'm not too surprised by that one either. But the other ones, Spirit and Frontier, I am kind of surprised by. They probably don't love the fact that we only have, what, less than 50 hours. How many hours do we have? 41.4 hours, so they probably don't love that, so we'll keep getting hours and hopefully get to one of those US airlines here shortly. So we're going to go back to the flight tab. Let's see, leaving Istanbul today, pretty good weather, cab okay, a little cold outside, high pressure, and we're going to be taking off 17 right today. So let's jump inside the airplane. Let's get this APU bleed on. I realize I didn't do that just yet. Get the APU bleed on, and we'll disconnect from the external power, and we'll go ahead and make sure our external power is disconnected on here. There she goes. Arm the doors. And then in the Navi graph, and we're going to be going to 17 right, so a little bit of a longer taxi today. Going up that way, but shouldn't be too big of an issue for us. So go overhead and get our beacon light flicked on. Give our pushback guys a call. Let's go nose left today. We're going nose left.
Okay, sir. The bypass bin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release
Getting somewhere else.
brake.
But with that being said, let's go ahead and get
Parking brakes
pushed
are
back
released.
here.
Commencing pushback.
We'll go ahead and set
You can
the
start engines in sequence.
transponder to
You will start
TARA.
in the sequence.
Get our engine to ignition A and start engine number 1. Seeing a rise in N2, waiting for 15%, and then we'll introduce fuel. There's 15%. Go ahead and introduce fuel to engine number 1. Alright, that sounds like a pretty good start on engine number 1. Let's go ahead and bring up. Alright, what's going on here? There we go. Engine number 2. Go ahead and set the parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
And we'll introduce fuel to engine number
Parking
2.
brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Alright, sounds like a couple good engine starts here though. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go speed brakes armed, slats 15, auto brake, or sorry, slats and flaps 15, auto brake to max. We'll go ahead and get that off, kill the APU and the APU bleed, get the probe heats on, and that's going to do it for that. Let's go ahead and kill those, and then we're going to flick on our turn-offs and our taxi light, and we can leave those. And for the initial altitude, should have said that earlier, but I don't really think they do give it 5,000, so I'll go ahead and set 5,000. I'm not exactly sure what doing this with the speed does, but we'll go ahead and set 250 knots in there. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and kill the parking brake and get on the roll. Like I said, guys, a little bit of a longer taxi today. So we're gonna go we're gonna come out November Whiskey, left on November 3, right on, what is that, Charlie, all the way up, and then cross 17 left and take 17 right. So that's what we're gonna do for our taxi. So we will see you guys at the threshold of 17 right. Alright guys, we're going to be crossing runway 17 left here, so we'll go ahead and get all lit up as we we'll say ATC gave us clearance to do so. So we're going to cross 17 left, join 17 right on the other side. Yeah, see, look at those freaking approach lights, dude. That's what messed us up coming here last time. Look how tall they are. Alright, guys, and since we're here, we're going to start pulling up the departure charts. As map for uniform departure. And we're going to go ahead and kill the lights. And let's boogie. And we'll go ahead and spool them up 40. Engines are stable. Toga. There it is. I don't know what's going on with the scenery here. These runways and markings and stuff just are not agreeing with each other. Knots. And V1 rotate. Positive rate gear's coming up. And above that flap speed, it's going to go slats 15. Profile and nav mode would be nice. There's profile climb, profile thrust, and we'll go ahead and go slats clean as well here. Beautiful early morning departure out of Istanbul. And we'll go ahead and say we got cleared up to our cruising altitude today of flight level 350. Just keep the climb coming for that. Transition altitude is, let's see. Transition altitude is 12,000 on this SID. So we'll go ahead and wait on that. Wants me to get every bit of that 30 degrees of bank. Alright, then once we take this left turn and roll out, we will go ahead and flick on the autopilot. This thing hand flies so nice though. Climbing through 8,000. Let's try not to miss our 10,000 foot. It's a beautiful climb out, not a cloud in sight. Alright, we'll go ahead and let the airplane finish the rollout. Autopilot 1 coming on. And we're going to go ahead and throw the dome light on so we can see these lights a little bit better. Strobe lights come off. Landing lights are all coming off. Wing lights coming off. Strobes coming off. Seatbelt signs come off too because it's just so dang nice out there. And everything on the overhead looks pretty good. And we'll be coming up on 12,000 here in just a moment. Huge. Beautiful Turkish coastline. Yeah, guys, we've got some interesting stuff coming up here. We're going to be doing another poll soon about what airline we should do and everything, but for now, Iran Air will have to do. Alright, guys, coming up our 12,000 foot mark. As soon as we hit it, we'll go ahead and set standard, and I will go ahead and see you guys at the top of descent. taken over the (1021). This approach did not work. I'm currently navigating off of Navigraph charts. I'm going to take the throttles manually. Alright. Oh, speed brakes are still out. That would explain some of that. Let's go heading select. Let's have the autopilot fly that. And let's have it stay. This level change down to auto brake is not engaging either. We're going to go ahead and throw out some speed brakes. Maybe we should go vertical speed down to 7,000. Flaps 15 here as well, and start getting some, like I said, introduce some power back in. Let's go ahead with a right heading to 200-ish maybe, and then we'll go lock. Get those boards back in. That's where that red line was coming from. Lights are on, seatbelt signs are on. Hopefully we don't miss too many points. These approaches and stuff are just crazy out here. Focus localizer captures here. There she is. Localizer capture. Let's go ahead and I don't really know when I'm going to get glide slope capture. Missed approach altitude is 10,000, so we'll go ahead and arm that here in a minute. And in terms of approach mode, we'll go ahead and activate final approach mode as we turn final here. And our approach speed is 132 today, 132. So we got flaps 15 currently. Glide slope should be captured here any second. There's glide slope capture. Go ahead and pull a little bit of power out as we start to descend down the glide slope. Let's go ahead and go gear down. And we'll go flaps 20. Bug that 132. And set 10,000. And we'll go ahead and set flaps 30. I guess flaps 40, slats 30. And I'm going to go ahead and take over the airplane and try to salvage this at least a little bit. Beautiful approach here in the desert, just not great navigation systems. No scenery for this airport either, so I have no idea what to expect here. It doesn't look good. There's some sort of ramp area over to the left side there. Alright, let's go to your reversers. These boys are up. 100 knots. Go 80 knots reversers away. And 60 knots man brakes. Alright, all things considered, not too bad of a landing there. We'll go ahead and vacate on the reverse high speed here. Alright, while we're rolling, let's go get the APU kicked in. And let's bring up the airport chart here. Alright, so here we are. This should take us right to the quote-unquote ramp, if you can call it that. Go ahead and get cleaned up, flaps come up, speed brakes come up. Alright guys, and we'll just see you when we're pulling into the ramp. Looks like I've maybe found a line here. I think we're going to take this one. Oh baby, that was a little aggressive there. Should roll out onto that pretty nicely. Look at that. Alright, now let's stick this landing. Alright, and we'll go ahead and stop there, set our parking brakes, and kill the engines. And let's go ahead outside and take a look at the park job itself. Not too bad. They could have gone a little farther, but not too bad at all. Never turn the taxi light off. We might miss some points for that, but we'll see. Beacon light can come off. And we'll take a look at how we did according to Simbit Pilot Life. Alright, so let's check it out. So let's go submit flight. So let's see what we have. 2:59 block, 2:46 flight time. Not too bad. We'll take a look at our little, whatever you want to call that. Wasn't necessarily a 360. It was more of a 180, I guess. I don't even know. I think it tried to have us fly a little bit of like a DME arc, but we weren't having any of that. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go to the logbook and check out our score. 95. Okay. We'll take a 95. Let's see why. On the initial approach, got to be less than 280. Failed that one. More than 200 on the approach there, and taxi light off. Yeah, see, they got us for that. Negative 170 on the landing right there. That is not too shabby. So, other than that, I think let's check out where we're going next. And then I think one more flight. Yeah, back to Turkey, back to Istanbul, and then that'll be it for this series. And then I think we're gonna switch up airlines next. I'll put probably by the time you guys see this, I'll put a poll up on the Instagram, but we're gonna decide, since we got rejected by all of the other cool ones, we're gonna decide between one of these. So we'll go ahead and see you guys next time, and we'll pick a new airline. Alright guys, what is going on? We are here on a beautiful sunny day in Isfahan here in Iran. It is our last flight as a junior first officer for Iran Air. We will be taking a new job whenever we get on the ground in Istanbul is where we're headed today. We're heading back up to Turkey. So this will be our last flight. It'll be our last flight of the schedule too. So we'll show you what's going on here. We'll go over a couple things. Send it over to the dispatch because I haven't done that yet. We're Iran Air 775 today, so we'll go ahead and generate that flight and see what kind of numbers it gives us. In terms of everything here, weather, beautiful weather today, high pressure. Same thing with Istanbul as well, so can't complain about that. Looking like 3.5 hours of airtime and just under 4 hours of block time, cruising at 34,000 feet today. And let's see, with that being said, let's take a look at the job market. Oh, another thing I wanted to go over, we'll go over that here in a second. But these are our options here. Where are we going to go? Not all these places that rejected us, but all these places up here. Where are we going to go? So those are our options. And then our dashboard, we got paid. And that is definitely something I'm going to miss about Iran Air, these big paychecks, man. Whew. $2,700 now. We got paid, what was it, I think like $800. Yeah, $834. So that is awesome. Like I said, we got paid for that, and then $2,700 now. So theoretically, we could get soon. What do we say? We have $2,700. We could get a 737 type rating, which could be cool. We could almost get a 330 type rating. What else? 74's 5,000. 787's 4,000. So we're coming up on some of those types of numbers. So the 787 would be a really cool one, but I just don't think it would be a kind of a waste for right now because there's no airlines that we're going to be able to fly for that we can apply to that we're actually going to be able to fly the airplane. So as soon as we get to an airline that has a 787, we will definitely buy that license. But until then, it is time to get this thing all powered up and ready to head up to Istanbul. And in the meantime, I'm going to just shut up and let you guys watch. So I'll see you guys for departure here. Alright guys, we're at the approach threshold of runway 25 left here in Isfahan. It's going to be our last time leaving here, so enjoy the beautiful mountains and the beautiful views that come with this place. But yeah, like I said, it is going to be our last time here, at least with Iran Air. I don't know, maybe we'll be back here again at some point. Whoever shot this one too, it looks like. Actually, that wasn't too bad. So yeah, last time out of here. Took that Foxtrot taxiway around a little bit just so we didn't have to do a I mean, we did back taxi, but just so we didn't have to do a full like 180 on the runway. I figured that would be a little bit easier. Let's pull them up 40 Toga. Here we go. Airspeed's alive. Takeoff roll. Here we go, V1 and rotate as well. Ooh, that feels good. Positive rate gears coming up. Now let's go ahead and go flap or slat. Yeah, flaps 0. Nav mode, SRS currently looking for profile climb here in a minute. profile climb. Go ahead and lower the nose, start accelerating, climb thrust mode and everything, profile thrust. And pretty much straight out here. So we're going to go ahead and just flick on the autopilot. Go ahead and give us a climb up to flight level 340. And transition altitude is 13,000 feet. Beautiful. I don't think we departed here the day before. This is kind of cool. It's greener than I thought it would be. I don't know about anyone else, but very, very cool to fly in. We've taken 2 airline jobs, and we've had LATAM Ecuador. Oh shoot, slat's coming clean as well here. We've had LATAM Ecuador, and we've had Iran Air, and just some very, very cool parts of the world that we've gotten to see that normally we would never, ever, ever have seen before. So that's another reason why I love this add-on so much, is because it just kind of forces you to fly in different parts of the world. I mean, look at this, man. We're flying over the Iranian countryside right now. Like, just pretty cool stuff. So, yeah, super happy that we're able to do this, and gonna fly somewhere a little bit more, I don't know if I want to say, I mean, just a little more mainstream next. Seatbelts can come off, it's beautiful outside, so no reason to have those on. And just on the climb out here, wait till 13,000 feet, and then I'll give you guys over. Let's go ahead and go gear down and locked, or well, neutral and locked. Yeah, then I'll pretty much just see you guys on the descent after this. But yeah, man, I mean, just beautiful, beautiful stuff here. Super glad that we got to fly this part of the world for a little bit. But I don't know, man, I'm ready for some, just give me an ILS approach, dude. Like, I'm done with these freaking, I don't even know what we were trying to do into here, man. Just give me a normal ILS approach, and I can just hit approach mode on. We've done enough of this crazy flying back and forth. Also, so it was payday, and then what else? We're going to be a first officer soon. We're not going to be just a junior first officer very long here. So we got 400 XP to go, essentially. 398, I think, 389, 388, there it is. 388 XP to go. So we're coming up on that as well. Still on the climb out here, accelerating now through 10,000, obviously. So, yeah, this is a beautiful airplane, though. I am kind of bummed that we're not going to be flying it anymore, but we'll get a job with FedEx or UPS eventually and get back in it for sure. But it's time. I'm ready to go with some, ready to get back in just like the 320 again, and go that route. So let me just make sure we're flying to a waypoint, because last time I was doing this, it didn't bomb it. Okay, yeah, so we're good. All right, 13,000. We'll go ahead and set standard on the altimeter setting. Disarm the speed brakes. Flaps are up, gears up, and up to 34,000 feet. Lights are where they need to be. Beacon strobes are the only things that are on. This, seatbelt signs are up too. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that last departure out of Isfahan on a beautiful sunny day here. Tracking towards Turkey. So we'll see you then. Alright guys, welcome back to the flight deck. We are currently on, we're about 15 miles out, 12.7 miles to be exact, from Corfu, which is our intermediate fix, I believe, on this approach. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, I believe that's the intermediate fix. So Corku, and then we'll be at 4,000, and then we're going to start our, let's also arm our ILS mode there, so we get some B&B information and whatnot on the navigation display. Okay, so here we go, we got lock star, here go slats 15. Approach mode's armed. Glide slope as well. There's glide slope start. So we'll go ahead at this point and go flaps 15. Runways in sight, fields in sight. We landed 1.8, which is the farthest on the left. Approach 4,000, so we'll leave that set, and we'll keep bring the speed all the way back to our approach speed of 133 knots. And then we're gonna go flaps 20 now. Then slots 30 flaps for extra thermal speed. Second, give me 1 second. Don't want to overspeed them. I have no idea what the flaps are. Alright guys, looks like we got a big old mountain right in front of the runway here. So we got something, so we're gonna make sure we stay above that. We're gonna go disconnect the autopilot. And the auto throttles. Just a little too far on the park job there, but that's alright, it is what it is. We're here safely at gate Foxtrot 18. Let's go ahead and submit the flight, and I'll bring it over so you guys can see it. We're going to talk about some things here. Okay, here we go. So we submit the flight, we'll go ahead to our logbook, check out how we did. 100%. What a way to end it off. 200% at Iran Air, which is kind of ironic. I think it's just we did some awful flying here, but 200%. So let's take a look at why we got 100%, why we were perfect. Negative 296 landing rate, really. I'm kind of surprised. I thought it was a little better than that, but still 5 out of 5. Did everything else well. What can we say? All right, guys. So that's going to finish out our schedule. with Iran Air, so we're all done with them. So we're going to go to our job market and take our next job. And the winner of the poll on Instagram and the one that I want to take most is Vueling, or somebody correct me if I'm saying that wrong. But we're going to go ahead and sign with them. I thought they were a German airline, but they actually are a Spanish airline. So we'll read up on some of that here in a second. Let's just go with the hours target again. We always go with the middle one. Accept and sign, and we are now a pilot at Vueling Airlines. Woo! So let's take a look here. This is us. Contract of employment. Flight sim captain. Getting close to being first officer flight sim captain. We're still junior first officer flight sim captain. That's okay. We're working on it. So we'll pick a schedule. So we'll take a look and pick a schedule. We're going to go 310. I mean, we're not flying the 310. They don't even have it. That's not even an option. So let's see. We do random continued, I think, is what we like usually. All right, so let's see. Starting in Barcelona to Berlin, Berlin to Barcelona, Barcelona to Lanzarote. Then Lanzarote to Paris Orly. That'd be a fun one. Pio, Barcelona, Tenerife. Tenerife would be cool. I think that's a pretty cool location. Dang, I kind of like that schedule. I'm not going to lie. 321s and 320s. The only problem with the 321s is I can't find any liveries online for... Oh, did I just find it? I think I just found it. Okay, never mind. I think we're good. Okay. Should we do another one? I kind of love this schedule, I think. We'll do another one, though, just to see what else we could have. To Cairo. That's kind of cool. Cairo to Orly. Then Cairo to Barcelona. Barcelona to Las Palmas. Barcelona, Las Palmas. Let's do another one. I didn't like that one as much. Hamburg. So far, I like our first one the most. We'll see if we can kind of get that one again. Alright, I want it back. Ooh, Dublin, that's cool. Tenerife. Okay, I like this one. We'll take this one. 320s, 320 Neos, 321, 321 Neo. We'll have to do 321 Neos if we're going to fly 321 because we don't have one yet until Phoenix comes out with one. But we're going to go ahead and accept that schedule. And that is going to be our first schedule for Vueling Airlines. Now, I think, let's see what our first flight is. So we're going from Barcelona, Spain to Gambia. Oh, down to Africa. All right, this is going to be exciting, guys. All right, cool. So hope you guys enjoyed the series with Iran Air. Join in Vueling next, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. It's going to be a fun one, so we'll see you then.